Good morning, friends. It's Christmas Eve day, and I'm Colette. I'm down here. I'm not real techie, so today I thought I would show you how I go about repairing a cracked turquoise stone. I don't always repair them, just depends on the piece and the stability of the piece and so forth. And here is a stone that I showed you in one of the videos. It's got a significant crack running about midway down and splits off. This is an old repose pin, belonged in the family. So, oops, sorry about that. So, I have a turquoise bead that pretty well matches the color. It's a donor bead, and it's not halide, it is turquoise. And I've already pretty much ground up one with a mortar and pestle. I'm gonna give it a little bit more grind. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay. You see, there's a little bit of green from another repair I did. But we're gonna see if we can get this mixed with an epoxy resin, drying time about an hour. And then we'll see what it looks like. And I'm gonna put my little loops on. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. And I just want to get the finest of the powder. I hope everybody's having a good Christmas Eve day. My sister just spent a couple of days with me, and we had fun. She left early this morning. And this afternoon, Mom and I are going to one of my son's house for hopefully the whole family will be there for a gift exchange and dinner with the littles. I've got 5 beautiful grandchildren, ranging from 2 to 15. It's crazy. All right, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to incorporate the finest part of the stone into, let's see if I can get a little bit more, into a little dab of that glue. You will get some bigger pieces, but once you fill the divots and it dries, you'll be able to lightly sand, very lightly, sand/polish the stone. Got to be real careful polishing turquoise. Number one, you don't want to use any kind of a chemical. That'll pretty much destroy it. And I use my hands. Okay. You could use a spatula or whatever. However, I'm an artist, so I use my hands. I gotta feel stuff. A little bit of water. Yep, too much. Whatever I get on the sterling itself, I can clean it off later. And basically, you're kind of making like a mud pie with the finest of the powder that you can pick up. Ah, that's good. That was a good one. And I'm just pushing this down into the crack. Tedious, but it's all right. Here's some I want to pick up. Truthfully, I had already secured this to some extent from when it was cracked, but it wasn't filled to the top, so it was still quite visible. So I thought I'd see if I could do basically a cosmetic repair. I also bought a ring, and I shouted her out at the last one, from Tanya, that had a significant fracture, but I loved the ring. Valuable? Probably not, but from an era that I love. So I repaired that. I didn't do it on camera. And it actually turned out really well. You can hardly see. You really can't see the fracture without a loop. Now, the color, as it dries, you'll just get to see the blue. It won't show the glue in it. I might need to use a toothpick to get some of this. Just be careful. Remember, turquoise is so porous. And when you're polishing, you want to use a very fine sandpaper, polished by hand. Sometimes I'll use a compound called Zam. And it is safe for turquoise, but you know, it does get hot. So if you stay in one spot, you're actually gonna, damage the stone. But it's good to do a very light rotary Dremel on low. Okay, we're getting there. Kind of tedious, but you guys want to see the process that I do, that's what I'm doing. Now this crack was so extensive that you'll be able to see it with the naked eye, but it won't be as noticeable. It won't stand out like a sore thumb. What do I have left in there? Right now I've got the seam, the crack fissures filled, and I'm just going to Put a little bit more on the top. And I know it looks like a mess, but I promise it won't when we're done. Now, hello. I'm gonna hold this up. See if I can dust off some of it. Okay. See what a mess we've got? But I got the fine turquoise powder packed into the seam. And I'm gonna let it dry for, this is about a two hour-ish dry time. So that's what we're gonna give it. And I will come back on with a quick reveal once it's dried enough, and we'll give it a polish. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.